You are live on YouTube now.
Great. This meeting is an open session of the Roselle Park Board of Education being held in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act of the State of New Jersey. Notice of this meeting was sent to the Star Ledger, local source, the Home News Tribune, the Borough Clerk, school offices, and the district website. Roll call, please.
Mark Fernandez.
Here.
Lucy Figueredo. Z Infante. President Dr. Brittany Kirkland.
Here.
Cindy Mego.
Here.
Jen McCarr. Chris Monroe.
Here.
Constance Quintella.
Here.
Vice President Michael Ann Regan.
Here. Great, please stand for the flag salute.
Flag is over there.
Flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God,
indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Resolved that the Roselle Park Board of Education meeting hereby convenes to executive session for discussion of the following topics: student matters, personnel matters, and attorney-client privilege. It is anticipated that the executive session will take approximately 90 minutes. The board may take action during public session. The board shall return to the public session following executive session at approximately 7 p.m. The minutes of the executive session shall be released to the public when the reason for the executive session no longer exists. Can I have a motion to go into executive?
Motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
Great. All in favor?
Aye.
We are now in executive.
I'm just admitting Lucy. Let me admit Lucy and then tell her to hop off to the executive session link.
Okay, should we head to that link as well?
Let me start it. I'm gonna switch you guys to the other laptop so you could go in the executive session, and I'm gonna mute and pause this. So let me start it over on the other laptop because I didn't have a chance to start it yet.
Okay.
So you guys can all hop off, and after executive session, you can hop back on that regular link, okay? Hi, all, just so you know, we are live. We're just taking a quick bathroom break and so forth here, just so anybody who joins, please know you are being streamed.
And then we can.
Hi, all, just following up for all the people who popped on. We are live. I gotta mute that one, sorry.
It's free.
We are live, so please don't say anything. You are unmuted.
Okay, can I have a motion to return to public session?
Motion.
Great, is there a second? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Officially in public session. Public participation, agenda items only. Each member of the public may speak a maximum of 3 minutes. Please state your name for the record.
I'm up.
We're gonna have,
Uh,
we're gonna have a slap back.
I'm gonna mute this.
Okay, good. All right. Katie McGrath, Roseville Park, agenda items 10A and C. I wanted to thank Mrs. Garbarini for her years of service to the students of Roseville Park. She was in my son's classroom and acted as his para for a bit. She was a vital part of his support system, so much so that after she came back from covering in a different classroom, like my son actually happily said to Mrs. Stevens, Mrs. Kessler, and Mrs. Garbarini that the team was back together. So it's a loss to Roseville Park, and I wish her all the best. She will be missed. Mr. Robertello is another big loss to the district. As news of his departure spread among the parents of children with disabilities, many people expressed how sad they were that he was leaving because he had made such a huge impact on their kids. I also saw firsthand how much he cared. He brought new ideas to the table. We tried all kinds of different things with my son, and he was fantastic. So super sad that he's going to be gone. Mrs. Gilgallen has been really great about bringing in amazing staff and related service personnel, and we seem to keep losing them. So I really hope that we can find a way to keep those people here the next time she brings somebody in like that. That's it. Thanks.
Seeing no other members of the public, I'm going to close the public participation on agenda items only. Next, I'll move to committee reports. First, I'll start with my right to left, and then those that are virtual. Okay. Does anybody down there have one? No, I don't think so. No? Okay.
I do.
Oh.
I wanted to present for the technology committee. About a month or two ago, I sent out a new website feedback request and kind of posted it everywhere I could. I shared the results with our director of technology, just kind of an overall of what the community had to say about our current website and what they'd like to see. The majority of people do utilize our website, mostly for the calendar, for Genesis access, or to find phone numbers, etc. I asked, see, what's something you would like to see on a new Roselle Park School District website? All activities and opportunities for the children posted. Overall, most people said they would just like to see it up to date, a comprehensive calendar, correct contact information, up to date. A lot of people wanted it up to date. The new website will be up to date. A staff directory, direct way to view updates, and easier to use search options. Also asked if the community would find the staff directory useful. The majority, 85%, said yes, just something we've been discussing for a few years, the staff directory. People did say that they'd like to see a staff directory that wasn't just searchable by name, but maybe by school, clubs. This way, you might not necessarily know the teacher that is in charge of a club, but if you had the directory, you could find it easier. One of the questions was, how well does the school district inform parents in the community of school events and activities? Overall, the answer was well to very well. Do you feel that the current school district website is user-friendly? Majority said it's user-friendly, but it's not updated, which I think we all know. Since Tom is here, is there any way you could answer just 2 questions that people have been asking, or should we do that later?
I could answer them depending what they are.
Okay, it was just what do you know what the ETA is for the new website? Like within the next month?
I would like to do it before school set.
Okay.
I know we had some clerical things that
Yeah.
were going back and forth, like the default calendar layout, which I was gonna ask you about after this meeting.
Yep.
And the logo, other than that, pretty much the bones are built. I might need some follow-up clerical information from some of the principals in terms of clubs and so forth. And I believe also that with our transition away from Bloom's to the new communication platform, which will provide more up-to-date feedback, because when the principal or building level admin or equivalent post, they can now post that on the website. So those notifications for events that happen during the day will now get posted to the website as well, depending what they are, and if the principal so chooses that, or the equivalent admin or department head and so forth. So that was one of the other nice features that will give you more up-to-date things, so you're not looking in 2 places, that all the information will gravitate to all of them when you make that announcement of sending things out. And the new mass notification system is much more user-friendly for the principal or equivalent department head and so forth.
That was the other question. So you had sent out a few emails that said Parent Square across the bottom.
Yes.
People were very confused. I was letting them know, we're moving away from Bloom's.
Yes.
Do we have an end date for Bloom's? And are we gonna send something out to parents?
I was
saying-
going to send something out. That first one that went out, which was the Genesis Parent Portal, was my test run that I wanted to make sure of. And that all the principals will be back.
25th.
Yeah, I was getting my weeks. I didn't know if it was next week or the week after. I want to make sure. And I'm going over that, and I have a drawn up of which type of posting to go over and use that with them to go over with that, and some notes and so forth if they have any questions, like the difference between a digest email and a lovely security alert that we have to fill out whenever we have a fire drill or a lockdown per the state code, and the difference between you don't use that in a digest because that should not be waiting until 6 o'clock. You don't want to concern the parents. That's what I was going to go over with them. But those flyers of pie sales and equivalent should go in the digest email. So you get all your pie sale info at once, and you could pick how many sweets you want to buy and so forth.
Perfect. That was it. Those are the
Okay.
two questions. Thank you.
So I will talk to you after this.
Yes.
So the curriculum committee met on August 13th, and we talked about elementary schedules, teacher mentoring, and the general education, the general curriculum for the 25-26 school year. The special education committee met on August 14th and discussed staffing, program locations, sensory rooms, and all in-program activities for the 25-26 school year.
Any committee reports from those that are virtual? Okay. Now we will move on to our superintendent's report.
My superintendent's report tonight will be presented by Ms. Gamis, and it is a requirement by state that we report all of our access scores. So Ms. Gamis, please go ahead and present our results.
Second. You could use that forward and back.
All right, so as Ms. Coy said, we have to present our access scores. So this was for last year's administration. There's a large window and we do administer the access. We attest to all students that are in our multilingual program throughout the entire district. So access testing, it goes through listening, speaking, reading, and writing. Throughout the district, we have 227 students that were tested, and there are proficiency levels ranging from entering, emerging, developing, expanding, bridging, and reaching. They get these scores in every different tested area, and then an overall score. So it's the overall score that we look at to see whether students can exit the program. we're ultimately looking for a student to receive a 4.5 or higher. So reaching that mid-expanding level, the ones that kind of start in the asterisks, and moving on from there to be able to exit from the ML program. So, and that's what that just says, that students with an overall score of 4.5 are eligible to exit. This year, we had 26 students that are eligible to exit. We do have a significant number of students that reached over 4% or a 4.0, so they're right on that cusp as well. This table shows the number of students in the program. So you can see how many students this is across the district in the program for 1 year, 2 years or more, 3 years or more, and the number of students exiting. Anytime the state, these are pulled from the state, and so if there's a subgroup less than 10, the state will put an asterisk. So it's either 0 or less than 10. This table, I did adapt a little bit because I wanted you to see exactly the number of students that are exiting at each within each building. So it is the same chart as before, where it talks about how many students are in the program for 1 year, 2 years, and 3 years. And then within each building, the number of students that are exiting. So you can see we had the most number of students exiting from Sherman Elementary this year. So this is a breakdown. There are 3 slides that are very similar to this. That's going to go through the 3 elementary schools. This is where we have the bulk of our students that are in the ML program. And this goes through a progression of the last 3 years. And what I really like about this is it gives you the breakdown of students where they sit each proficiency level. And remember, we're looking for that expanding and up. That's where we look to exit students. And you can see across the 3 years, we're really trending in that right direction. From looking at, for example, 2023, 27 students scored in that entering level. Based on last year, we only had 8. So what we're doing within our program, the instructional strategies, the routines, everything that we're doing, we're trending in the right direction to be able to move forward and exit students. So this is Aldine's analysis. Same idea for Robert Gordon. Again, everything is shifting and trending in the right direction up until last year's overall access scores. Into Sherman, where again, we have the most number of students that were exiting. So the next 3 couple charts look like this. These are a little hard to read. And the piece that is not on here is the number of students that represent the percentages. All right, but what we're looking at here, this represents the grade bands. And so what we're looking is that kind of that lime green into the green. That gives you that developing, expanding, bridging, and up. So the first 3, I know how to make this work. I really don't know how to use the pointer.
It doesn't, the TV reflects it too much.
Okay, like it was working a second ago, but so the first 3 columns to the left are grades kindergarten through 5th grade. The middle section is our middle school. And then to the right, you see the high school. And it's the percentage of students at each proficiency level. So again, we're kind of looking at that lime green and up is where we want to see the bulk of our students. We want to see that red start to decrease, that orange and that reddish color start to decrease. And we want to see the percentages grow higher as, you know, that proficiency band goes higher. So this is based on grade bands. Same idea, comparison on race. The first 3 columns are Asian students, the middle is Hispanic, and the columns to the right are the students who identified as white students. And again, you can see where those, the bands kind of shift. Again, what's missing here is the number of students that represent those percentages. And the last subgroup that we have here is students that are on free and reduced lunch over to the left, and students that are multilingual learners and identified in special education. So again, all of our trends are trending in the right direction. And that's based on the intervention strategies that have been put in place. The parent engagement programs. When I started here in June, one of the first things I got to go to was a multilingual night which was really well attended. Ms. Regan, you were there with me. It was pretty amazing. The kids, the families, it was really a happening place to be. So it's cultural events and nights like that really bring this program to life. Bringing in the focus on academic language and conversational skills infused into the classrooms. What we'll do with these access scores is they go into the hands of the teachers, the ML teachers, the homeroom teachers, special ed teachers, everybody, to make sense of what this looks like, what we can do next, and what the next steps will be. And PD opportunities, not only for our ML teachers, but for all of our staff. One of the main professional development pushes that we are doing this year, I know the high school was trained a few years ago in sheltered instruction, but now we're pushing that down for the middle school and all of the elementary. Sheltered instruction is really best practices, and where multilingual learners can learn alongside English proficient learners in the general ed classroom rather than being pulled out in isolation all the time. So they'll have content driven in the classroom, but then they'll also have their ML classrooms and their pull-out classes as well. So that's a push this year for PD in our elementary classrooms. So some notable achievements: 17% of the students in Sherman met the minimum score and will be exiting. And like I said, the evidence tables show throughout every school that we're shifting our trends in the right direction in increasing our achievement scores for our ML students. And if you have any questions, there's your contact information. And we're always happy to answer questions and chat more.
Great. Thank you for that presentation. And now we are going to move into our agenda items. So 1, staff appointments. 2, staff appointments rate change. 3, rescind appointment. 4, paraprofessional bus aides. 5, paraprofessional bus aides ESY only. 6, change of assignments, transfers. 7, paraprofessionals ESY toileting. 8, degree changes. 9, district substitutes. 10, resignation. 11, employment contract. 12, paraprofessional hiring. 13, middle school extracurricular advisors, 2025 to 2026. 14, middle school additional classes for teachers for 2025 to 2026. 15, high school and middle school athletic proctors, site managers for 2025 to 2026. 16, middle school activity chaperones. 17, middle school after-school detention proctors. 18, 2025 to 2026 proctors. 19, home instructions. 20, high school and middle school coaches, 2025 to 2026. 21, high school additional classes for 2025 to 2026. 22, high school extracurricular activities. Quite a few. 23, sports physical personnel. 24, curriculum writing. 25, instructional support stipends. 26, summer instructional work. 26 is on here twice.
Oh, okay.
Another 26, anti-bullying specialist. 27, 10-month secretaries. 28, summer camp staff. 29, mentoring program, 2025 to 2026. 30, job description. 31, maternity leave revision. 32, maternity leave. Addenda item 1, additional staff appointments. 2, high school athletic coach. Addendum items, 1, change of assignment and transfers. Okay. And can I get a motion to approve the personnel section?
Motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay. Any discussion?
2 item questions.
Mhm.
Number 11, the employment contract, substitute calling coordinator. Aren't we fully on frontline now for substitute positions?
I can answer that.
Yeah.
So, for frontline, normally when you pair frontline, you are pairing it with a subservice, like an ESS or equivalent of that. And they handle that calling portion as part of the contract. But as when the district runs it, you still need somebody to do some of the monitoring for assigning of those subs and so forth, because you do not have that third party ESS booking and managing the daily operations of making sure subs are placed and so forth, and getting some of those similar reports, and adding the new substitutes to the system. So that is why she is still on it.
And then the other question is, please, here it is. Number 29, the mentor. They're not numbered, just say the names. The mentor at the Discovery location. Why are we providing a mentor for the Discovery location? I thought they were their teachers.
They are, because they're paid under the preschool grant, and we have to make sure they have their proper certifications.
So we're paying salaries?
No, actually,
Discovery?
no, Discovery actually is paying for it.
Then why are we paying for the mentor?
We're not paying for the mentor.
It's on here.
If they reimburse us for it, like logistically, it comes, they pay us, we pay the mentor. It just saves them the problem of going through that like W-9 that we have to issue for someone that's not being paid on a tax basis. So
Okay.
they pay us, we pay them.
Okay. It says somewhere that they reimbursed for that.
They did it last year. I can get that in writing if that makes you feel better. I mean, he'll put that in writing for me.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, they agreed to it. They did it last year for 2 teachers. I made sure the money was received before it was paid out. Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna trust you.
Yeah.
It's on recording.
Okay. If there's no other discussion, oh, first of all, I'm sorry, I didn't ask our virtual folks. Any discussion on virtual? Okay. If there's nothing else, can we have roll call, please?
Mark Fernandez,
Yes.
Z Infante,
Yes.
Cindy Mego,
Yes.
Jennifer McCarr,
Yes.
Chris Monroe,
Yes.
Constance Quintella,
Yes, except I recuse myself from addendum personnel 1, change of assignment transfers, D.
1D, I'm sorry.
Yes, 1D on change. of
Okay, got it. Vice President Regan,
Yes.
President Dr. Kirkland,
Yes,
motion passed.
great. Okay. Education, number 33, 2025-2026 school year tuition and transportation. 34, field trip approval. 35, conference attendance request, professional growth. 36, NJCAP bullying prevention program application grant. 37, NCAA workshops. 38, Payne University intern agreement. 39, Roosevelt Park Athletics Coaches Handbook. 40, change in location. 41, focus grant application. Can I have a motion to approve education section?
Motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
Great. Any discussion? Okay, seeing none, roll call, please.
Mark Fernandez,
Yes.
Z Infante,
Yes.
Cindy Mego,
Yes.
Jennifer McCarr, Chris Monroe,
Yes.
Constance Quintella,
Yes,
Vice President Regan,
Yes.
President Dr. Kirkland.
Yes.
Motion passed.
Okay. Moving to our business section, agenda item 42, monthly certification. Okay, sorry, this is backwards. So 41, approval of bills, 42, monthly certification. Okay, number 42, use of buildings and grounds. Okay. 2025-2026 school lunch prices, high school and middle school athletic schedule, professional services contract for 2025 and 2026, Embrace Psychiatric Wellness Center, school administrator residency program, service agreement with Discovery Child Care Center, work family connection, disposal of property, removal of solar panels, and addenda items, number 3, additional approval of bills, 4, professional services contract, 5, resolution approving settlement of litigation. Can I please have a motion to approve the business section? Okay, is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Okay, hearing none, roll call please.
Mark Hernandez,
Yes.
Dee Infante,
Yes.
Cindy Mega.
Okay. Gonna keep your pen ready because I have to recuse myself from a bunch.
Okay.
Yes to everything except addenda 5, no to that. For number 42, A, C, D, E, F, G. Done. Sure I didn't miss anything. G, I said G. Q. I think that's it. I have to recuse myself.
Jennifer McCart, you done? Jennifer McCart. Chris Monroe,
Yes.
Constance Quintella,
No to addendum 5. I am going to recuse myself from 42, B, C, D, and yes to the rest.
D, C, D, she
Yes.
says.
E and F.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Girls want cheek. Sorry, everything I recuse myself. She needs to recuse herself.
It's the exact thing that you did, Miss Mego? Yes, okay. Vice President Regan?
Yes.
President Dr. Kirkland?
Yes.
Motion passed.
Okay. Next section, harassment, intimidation, and bullying incidences. Agenda item number 55, harassment, intimidation, and bullying incidences. Can I get a motion to approve this section?
Motion.
Great. Is there a second?
Second.
Okay.
Second, I'm sorry.
Z and some.
Z.
That's way. Any discussion? Okay, seeing none, roll call, please.
Vice President Regan,
Yes, but I would like to recuse myself from number 47, 047 and 049, please.
Mark Hernandez,
Yes to all.
Dee Infante,
Yes to all.
Cindy Mego,
Yes to all.
Jennifer McCart,
Yes to all.
Chris Monroe,
Yes to all.
Constance Quintella,
Yes to all.
President Dr. Kirkland.
Yes to all.
Motion passed.
Is there any continuing business? Okay, any new business? Okay, seeing none. We are now going to move into our public participation portion. Each member of the public may speak for a maximum of 3 minutes. Please state your name for the record. Also, I would like to say thank you for our public participants who are here in person. I know that this is a hybrid meeting of sorts because we are currently working out processes to make sure that we don't have any Zoom bombing or anything like that. That's happened in previous districts, so we had to leave this portion in person. But we are working through other methods and strategies to make sure that next time we can have a fully virtual meeting if the need arises. So thank you for our trial run.
Good?
You're good.
Okay. Katie McDermott, Roselle Park. So I'm having to change what I had planned to say because of what you just shared. But I did want to say, when we learned a lot of lessons from the pandemic, and when it was time to start coming back in person, I advocated for the continued use of Zoom because it meant that, I'm actually going to read some of this, it actually meant that it enabled single parent households, working parents, parents of children with disabilities, parents and citizens with disabilities, non-native English speakers, the ability to meaningfully participate. So I was super excited when I first heard that this was a hybrid, that this was going to be virtual. And then I was super disappointed when I found out we couldn't give comments via Zoom. So I went down this whole rabbit hole of reading through the Open Public Meetings Act, the rules and regulations around public meetings. It was a little vague to me, but like other school districts do it. Madison's got a meeting this week. They do comments via Zoom. I understand the concern about Zoom bombing. If it was done via a webinar via Zoom instead of an actual meeting, that enables you to let people become panelists, and then they can unmute and use their cameras. So that is a solution. Happened to me on a webinar today. So I don't begrudge anybody from having a life and needing to Zoom in. I don't even know what time it is in Portugal, but it's really late. But I think just moving forward, also thinking about this being a tool for accessibility. I think a Zoom option should be for every meeting, because that way you're allowing everybody the chance to participate. And for non-English speakers, they can turn on the translated captions on YouTube. So anyways, but thank you.
We appreciate that. That's what I'm aiming for, trying to figure out the best solution to be able to do that. So thanks.
Frank Gagliardo. I just wanted to say school year is coming close, guys. And I want to just reach out to all the PTAs and the PTOs and to the parents. Make sure, please, this is crucial in the beginning of the year, join and support all your schools if you can. And to the representatives, please get in touch with the presidents and the vice presidents and just get to know them. I know there's an election year this year, and some of you might be leaving, some of you might be staying, but you're still involved up until November. So please get in touch with them. I know a lot of these programs have stuff going on right in the beginning of the year, and our first meeting for every PTO is back to school night, which is really not really a meeting. So we're trying to get ahead of the game and start off strong in the high school. So just reach out to us, follow the Facebook page, and that's pretty much it. Thanks, guys. Thank you.
To that point, do we have the dates already for back to school nights, right?
Yeah, the calendar, I don't have it with me, but yes, I think it's already on the.
Yes, it's on the calendar.
Oh,
and
Yeah.
They will be getting all that the first day of school.
Okay.
Ms. Grace was trying to say
Oh,
I apologize. I was just saying that it is on the Pink District calendar. We did receive it today. So all the schools will be getting these, and they will be distributed the first day of school to all the students. And I will also be sending the QR code to the community in my next newsletter, so that everyone is aware, and we'll also post it on our website as well.
great. Thank you. I think we have one more public comment.
So we can get feedback.
Good evening, everyone. Edward Gate, Roselle Park. I saw in the agenda, the education section start from 33 to 41. Then I think the business section start from 42 to 54. I see 42 monthly certificate, 41 then 41 approval. So is this the right sequence? The sequence is right or?
If I could interject, I
A lot of changes.
it did look like the numbering was off.
And it
Yeah.
wasn't an oversight. I apologize. It was, last minute changes that really make a lot on a very
I
small
was
staff.
thinking,
We will make those changes.
missing something because it was hard to follow up.
Yeah, no, it was just, last minute add things that got shifted
Excellent.
around. So I'll make changes and we'll post the appropriate numbering.
Very good.
Okay.
Thank you. Good luck.
It was just misnumbered, the first one.
Okay.
Yeah,
42, 41 back.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
yeah, there aren't any items missing. It's just the
Yeah.
numbering is off.
Yeah, it was.
Okay. Seeing no one else, I will close the public participation portion of the evening. And so can I have? Thank you everyone for attending. Can I have a motion for adjournment? Great, is there a second? All in favor? Aye. Great, the next board meeting will be an open session held on Tuesday, September 16th, 2025 at 7 p.m. The board meeting will be held at the Roselle Park High School Auditorium.